think we need to, I thought we were really doing a lot of good things, but then we string 2 or 3 possessions together where we just don't play the right way on both ends of the floor, and that adds up and that gets you beat. And by some teams it gets you beat by 8 or 9. Some teams it gets you beat at the end of the game, and some teams, and one team, they just crush you, and that's what happened today. And I think that's what the Spurs do. And I told them, I thought it was really the greatest example of the Spurs is the fact that the dunk at the end of the game, because the Spurs play the right way all the time. They never change. They do it for 48 minutes. They do it for 82 games. There's no circumstance that affects how they approach the game, and I think that's something that hopefully we can learn from. But hey, we're playing NBA teams this whole next month too, and so unless we change, the results won't change.
Brad, you're down 5 entering the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Then suddenly you're down. I mean, you lost by 22. Are guys getting discouraged in the fourth quarter? I mean, the shots aren't going down. Did you see?
So that's yeah. I saw some of that. You probably saw some of that too. But you can't do that. I mean, all of us can't do that. I mean, that has to be something where you have the toughness to say, hey, something goes wrong, I'm going to make the next one right. And you focus on doing what you need to do to make the next play right on both offense and defense. I mean, this is professional basketball. Things are going to go against you, and you have to respond. Things are going to go for you, and you have to respond. And again, that's why I admire the Spurs so much, because regardless of how it's going, they just play the same way. And I think that every coach would tell you that. I thought that, whatever you want to call it, youth or on the court, your look, whatever you want to call it, they have it, and we didn't.
Is it the first time this year you've seen that type of discouragement?
No, but I thought that they over time probably broke us, unlike other teams have broken us. And again, credit them. I told the guys in the locker room, I mean, it's probably the best basketball team that I've seen in my adult lifetime, as far as how they're coached, how they play, they're understanding their roles, and you can hear them walking back in the locker room. There's a reason they're really good. I mean, they've built a bond and a trust that is very special.
Hi, Brad. Does that discouragement come from perhaps valuing offense too much?
Yeah, I didn't think our offense was, what was keeping us in the game when we were playing well. I thought it was our defense. I didn't think we played very good offense all day. I don't think we're doing what we want to do on that end of the floor, so I don't know that it would be that would be the case. And they had a lot to do with that. They're obviously a great team.
Coach, when you see your team going through that kind of discouragement, as a coach, is there anything that you can do at that point?
I think sub. Yeah, so that's what I tried to do. And I told those guys I didn't put them in at 4 minutes left to just play out the end of a game. I put them in to try to get the gap closer and see if you can't make a little bit of a run. 4 minutes is a long time in the NBA. And, that's the only thing I know to do. I probably need to continue to evaluate those types of things.
Yeah, I was going to ask, just big picture, how would you address that? So just evaluate and go from there.
Yeah.
Coach, what kind of spark did the bench bring to today's game, and how much did they help keep you guys in the game, especially in that first half?
Well, I think if you look at it, where is the bench points? I don't even know what the bench ended up with. But if I add them all together, I could probably figure it out pretty quickly. Yeah, so, I mean, the bench played pretty well. They did a lot of good things for us. And, Evan Turner gave us a great lift, I thought, and played well at the one. I thought he did a really good job in the first half. Brandon Bass has been steady the whole year. and Thornton obviously hit a couple of big ones early. You know, those three guys I thought were really good in the first half and kind of helped us, you know, be where we were. But, you know, again, you got to do it for 48 minutes, and you know, for whatever reason, it's been a tough thing for us to do.
Coach, what's your general feedback on Tyler's first start of the season?
You know, I thought he was fine. I thought he got, you know, obviously the layup that he got running the floor in transition was something we challenged him on, because we watched Baines do it in the first half a couple of times, and something we need him to do. I don't think that it had any impact on the final score, how we started either half. So I don't know that it was a resounding home run, but I wasn't looking for it to be. I thought Tyler played fine.
Brett, would you say, I don't know, all jobs are open? Do you open? I mean, how do you come with a different philosophy over the next couple days to say, okay, I'm just going to reopen everything and we're going to?
No, I don't think that, Gary. I think, you know, hey, we know who the guys are that are their best players, and we know we've got to play better. But there are moments in the course of a game where if you're not playing well, we've got to go to the bench, and you know, maybe I need to do that a lot. You know, maybe I need to consider doing that more, or earlier, or whatever the case may be. But I'm not gonna, you know, we know who our best players are, and they know that too, and we just need to find a way to play well together.